I was on the U.S.S. Indianapolis. I'd only been there a year before I got drafted. They said, "Boy, we want to put you in a boat and you're going to go out and deliver a bomb." I was like, alright. I didn't care much for Japanese anyways. Fucking shit food, in my opinion. So, I was 18. So, going on the boat. The U.S.S. Indianapolis. Still can't really say it quite right. Indianapolis. Indianapolis. And it was the summer, and we delivered a bomb, and we were on our way back, and we caught a wind of a fighter pilot. He had his eyes on us. He warned us bad. So our captain, he started to zig and zag, and the torpedo caught us though, and we went down in a real hurry indeed. And the ship split in two, and it was darkness, and it was madness, and there was a lot of oil everywhere, a lot of screams, and you could hear the men in the hole, and they couldn't get out. You couldn't do nothing about it. They were gone. You just couldn't do nothing about it. They were gone. The men didn't know what they were doing. We were all hollering for help. We didn't know what was going on. And men were going. They were diving down to the bottom of the sea because they heard a rumor there was ice cream and there was a water fountain at the bottom of the sea. So they all decided they would get it, and they would get at the water, and the ice cream goes down to the bottom of the sea, and they weren't going to have a return. And they never did. And then the next day, it was really hot as blazes. It was the sun coming down and is reflecting off that oil, and we were covered in it, and we get the sun coming right back in our faces, and it's just burning up heat, and the fucking ocean. It's really a real pickle, and then the sharks started to come, and so we were in trouble. They wouldn't come at us if you're in a circle. If we would form a circle. We would try to stick together, and some guys had rafts, and we'd be in the rafts together. But then some guys would go crazy from drinking the salt water, and they'd get kicked out of the circles, and they were discarded, and they went off on their own, and that's when the sharks would get them. When they were alone. We told the men, don't drink the water. But it got thirstier and thirstier, and mouth gets so dry. On the second day, I went over to my friend. I saw my friend Bob in. I shook his shoulder. I was going, Bobby, wake up. And he flipped upside down in the water, and his legs weren't there. He'd been bitten in two. The sharks. When the sharks bat into them, they have these doll's eyes, these black eyes, and they would just roll back in their heads, and they'd bite. By the third day, it was madness. It just became, you know, survival of the fittest. I didn't think we were ever getting out of there at that point. Fuck all. I'm 36, and those were only 4 days of my life, 5 nights. And every night when I go to sleep, that's what I dream about. Every night. And on that 4th day, and we saw the planes, I thought, nah, this is no, there's no fucking way, man. This is no fucking way. It's got to be an illusion. Fuck all. This is crazy. It's got to be a fucking illusion. But it was real. Oh, man. The scariest part was when they were pulling you off the rafts, and they were pulling the men out of the water, and they were loading us in the rescue boats, and you just had this feeling a shark was gonna get you. Somewhere he was gonna get you. But I made it out of there. Oh, did I? I don't know. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm still there. 1,100 men went in the water. 400 survived. So, yeah, I was on the U.S.S in Indianapolis. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's it's why I had their tattoo removed. I got a fucking reminder of it. And when we catch this shark, it's gonna be a bit of payback,